Ew, anime song. Ew, sounds like real nice circulation. I say that every single time this fucking bonk song plays. I mention this stupid factoid. Literal, isn't factoid mean like a fake fact? It's literally a factoid that it kind of sounds like that song. Also, I fucked up. I played the little intro wrong. It was like a creepypasta version of the intro, because like I cut it off too early before the rest of the little fucking Vib Ribbon start play. That was scary. Anyway, I'm gonna play Sonic 2 Long Edition, long version, whatever. It's a really, really bad name for a ROM hack. Should have called it like Sonic 2 The Lost Level, Sonic 2 The Lost Sonic, I don't know. Should have called it something better. I guess it's made by Shadowsoft Games. I actually had no idea who had made this, even though I downloaded it. This is just an excuse to play Sonic 2, really. I really, the other day, like, I was hearing Sonic 2 music, I think on Grapefruit stream, and I was like, fuck, I wanna play Sonic 2 and, like, listen to the Sonic 2 music. Because this is my favorite classic Sonic game by, like, far. The other two classic Sonics don't even fucking stand a chance to this one. But also, this is sort of nostalgic in a different way than just playing Sonic 1, which is that as a kid, looking up just browser games, browser games on like websites, occasionally you would like encounter like emulated like ROM hacks or just Sonic 2 on fucking browser. Like you could just play on browser emulators. It was that like simple. One of the like ROM hacks that I once stumbled upon in some random fucking browser website was, I think, like an earlier version of this hack of Sonic 2 long version, because it had like Wood Zone. Like the whole point of this little hack is that it's exactly just Sonic 2, like Sonic 2 exactly as it is, like with the same levels, but intermittently, I guess, on the places that they would be originally, some unused, like scrapped zones are added back in, some reimaginings of them. So this game has, this hack has Wood Zone, Genocide City, and some other, I don't know. I really only knew Genocide City and Wood Zone because I've told the story before, but like when I was playing this as a kid, I was like, fuck, this is real. Like, I mean, Wood Zone is real, but me playing that ROM hack of, that adds Wood Zone and Genocide City, which it might be this one because it's like, it's the same sort of depiction. Genocide City in this hack is like a Gotham looking, like, evil sort of, like dark, like gothic city, and that's not what Genocide City was gonna be in Sonic 2. It was just gonna be some mechanical city, and they just named it Genocide because it sounded cool. Like they were Japanese and they didn't know that genocide, meant what it meant. They just thought that sounds cool. But in this, in this ROM hack, they took the name Genocide City very literal, and made it like an evil Gotham City. I thought that was real. Like as a kid, I was like, whoa! I thought I was playing an actual like beta version of Sonic 2. Like I didn't know it was a beta recreation, made by a fan. I was like, this is real. Can I just like see if okay, that's on. I love this game, but even I guess when I played this on, when I played it through Sonic 2 Absolute or Sonic 2 Complete or whatever, I didn't, have access to save stating or rewinding, but the final boss in this game is fucking awful. I love this game a lot. Like, again, this is my favorite. This is classic Sonic game I'm most nostalgic for. And, as we know of the Sonic series, your favorite, like, which ones you grew up playing really defines, like, your taste for the Sonic games. Like, it's not, there's almost, like, no like, what's it called, objectively like good Sonic, like of great quality Sonic. Every Sonic game is a little fucky in some way, like all of them have something that's just inherently wrong about how they exist. But you know, everyone has like their favorite, and like my two really big favorite Sonic games is this one, you know, for the classics, and then Sonic Adventure 1 for, you know, more modern-ish Sonic. More modern-ish Sonic is Sonic Adventure 1 mostly. I can stand Sonic Adventure 2, but I also think it sucks. But like Sonic 3 is like, okay, I can play that one fine. I would prefer to never play Sonic 1 ever. I don't think I've streamed it. Yeah, right, I haven't streamed 1 or CD, because those are the two ones that suck. Sonic 3 is like kind of annoying, like late game. Like the end Knuckles part of Sonic 3 is a bit abhorrent, but that game is okay. It's too long, Sonic 3, so that's the biggest problem with that game. Sonic 2 is like kind of the perfect length. Like it's a really bite-sized little game, but like it's really replayable because of that. Because it's just, I love how simple this game is. It's just simple, dinky, and like fun. It's just cute. And the music in this one is the fucking best. Like even the best tracks in Sonic 3, I feel like I don't have as much of like an attachment to as this game. Because again, I guess this was the one that I played a lot more. It's weird. I played this game a lot as a kid, but mostly through like various ROM hacks, like Yoshi in Sonic 2, Sonic 2 Fat, Sonic 2, what is it, Classic Sonic Heroes, you know, all of those. Like Project Shadow and shit. Hold up, I need to make this real. Project Shadow and all that. I even streamed recently like Project Shadow when playing Puyo Tetris Mean Bean Machine was like too fucking annoying. I just played some like ROM hack that I had like installed. I played like a fair amount of the vanilla Sonic 2, like there was a fair amount. I wasn't very good at the classic Sonic games as a kid, so like I didn't really fully, like I didn't love them. I feel like as a kid I was very like, oh, I like Sonic, like I like Sonic as a series, so I gotta like these games, right? Like I gotta like Sonic 1, 2, and 3. But I never really liked like how Sonic controlled in these games that much. Which, you know, it's odd. If you don't like how Sonic controls, I feel like you wouldn't even like these games. Sonic controls in a very specific way in these early games. You know, he's very heavy, very momentum-y. He's like a heavy, I would say this, he's like a heavy ball, like a metal pinball. As a kid, I tried my fucking best to like play through these games, but it just wasn't fun, like, you know, playing them genuinely without like save stating through them a lot and stuff. And I felt like it was my fault, but honestly, I don't think it was that my fault. Like, I was a stupid child, but I think that just some people really gel with how Sonic controls in these early games and some people don't, and I didn't. Now I can, you know, stand it, like I can play these games okay. Again, I played 3 and this, and they're fun, but if I were given a choice to play a game that controls like this and a game that controls like, I don't know, any other 2D platformer, I would prefer the 2D platformer than this game's weird sort of like momentum gaining bullshit. And of course Sonic Mania, you know, I always completely exclude Mania from any discussions over like, you know, the classic Sonic games. I guess I don't really count it as a classic Sonic game because it fucking came out in 2017 or whatever. But of course, that is the best classic Sonic game that isn't actually classic. Like that one is just, what if classic Sonic was just good? Like this game is, you know, fun and I like it. It's a classic Sonic game, but Mania is like, what if a classic Sonic game was actually decent and was fun? And that's what Sonic Mania like sort of exists as. It's almost cheating, you know, sort of pitting it. What the fuck is happening? Is this how this runs originally? Pitting it against these games is like almost fucking unfair. Yeah. that was a long-winded like 5 rants in one. I already even forgot what I was saying. Good. I already forgot what I was even saying just then. Something about Mania. It's pretty good. That's one little contrarian thing that I won't like agree with is Sonic Mania like sucking. It is unfortunate that, you know, it isn't like that original of a game really, or that it isn't an original. It's like a fucking best hits thing, you know. Like, it's, oh, look, here's Green Hill, here's fucking Chemical Plant, here's all these levels you love. If it was like an original game, it would be kind of perfect. Because again, like Press Garden and Little TV City are pretty good in that game. But even for the shortcomings of Mania being, you know, a best hits and not an original experience, it's just really good. It's just great. Probably like, if I like these classic Sonic physics more, I would probably replay Mania a lot and like mod Mania and shit. People do that a lot, just mod like the shit out of Mania and like put in new stuff. Mostly skins, I guess, but it's good enough to some people. Oh my god, oh! No checkpoint, eh? That's bad. And that's why this is still not like a fantastic video game. At its core, it's still classic Sonic game, a classic Sonic game. It's a big step up from Sonic 1, but it's still just like so stupid. Like so many parts of this game are just actually dumb. Like that thing that just happened, and you know the infamous like water bit of Chemical Plant. Like that part that I was doing just there, you know, the little like blocks in the water is very infamous. Again, every Sonic game has something stupid about it. This one has plenty. Hello, Dr. Ben. I was a bit busy, you know, busy with important matters. Sonic the Lost Parent, tearing sad face emoji. I was wondering what that message actually said, just seeing it from the corner of my eye. Good. That's pretty good. Wow. Where is the there it is. What? Oh. That was I guess F on fucking RetroArch makes it full screen, which I don't want. I feel like at this point in the way that like my life has gone, that my life has like went, even if I had like 2 monitors and the option to like make games full screen and, you know, look at other shit in the other screen and whatnot, I still wouldn't do it. Like I'm just so windowed game build at this point in my life. I feel like I can't change that, you know? I sort of see, like, you know, having like full screen as like a detriment at this point. Like it's too in my face. I guess that's because I sort of what's it called? Wait, huh? The game isn't showing? No, it's showing. I guess that's because, you know, I'm really like near my own screen. Like I'm really near there. My eyes are gonna like what is that grandma say? Like your eyes will become square or your eyes will fall off if you look at the screen too much. It's bad too because this is an actual television. Like this is not a computer monitor. It's an old television. Like it's a flat screen, but it is a television. I don't know if there's like something wrong with that, you know, the way that you use a computer screen rather than a actual television. I assume a computer screen is like a little less, I don't know, shiny. Maybe it's less like, it hurts your eyes less. I mean, my eyes don't really hurt. Back when I first got this computer and I sort of like, it was like the first time in a while that I was really like staying in front of a computer for like hours on end, like, you know, like 4 hours and shit. You know, I've my whole life I've been a little thing looking at a screen. But when I first got this, computer, I was really into it, I guess. And back then, my eyes would actually hurt, like get watery and like hurty. But for like many years now, being in front of a screen for a long time has not hurt my eyes whatsoever. Like I got just used to it, I guess. I do wear glasses, so, you know, maybe I ruin my eyes permanently. People don't like Aquatic Ruin Zone, I found out. I don't know why. It's not that hard of a zone. Like, compare this shit to Labyrinth Zone in the first game. Again, Sonic 2 is like, what if Sonic 1 was good? And then, you know, Mania is like, what if Classic Sonic was like the best it could be? I don't get the hatred for this level. It's not that bad. Like, I guess, you know, these water parts are a bit annoying. Just any water in any Sonic game is shit. It's, you know, like dog shit. But I don't see how this one specifically is like really bad. People call this like the worst part of Sonic 2, which, like, I get. Thank you, Tails. I guess it's just because it's the water level in Sonic 2, you know, as opposed to like the rest of Sonic 2 that is not underwater, except, I guess, Chemical Plant. but people don't complain about that. I mean, people do complain about the one part, but people don't complain that Chemical Plant has water in it. This area, I don't know, people have like a weird hatred for it. And a hatred for this song in it, I think. I don't know exactly what I'm basing this off. I might be just creating a guy. But I feel like I've heard people hate this level and hate this song, and that's really weird to me that, like, weird to me to, like, single this one out instead of, like, you know, the obvious, like, Metropolis Zone. Like, yeah, like Metropolis Zone. Wow. You know, Metropolis Zone and whatnot. It's not, like, it's not awful. And the song is cool. I like it. I don't like, it's not my favorite from this game. My favorite's probably, my favorite song from this game is probably, it's probably, what's the name? Mystic Ruin. No, Mystic Cave? The Cave level. Yeah, Mystic Cave, I think it's called. That's the best song. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What a shitty mechanic. That's the best song in this game. It's Mystic Cave, probably. Or, I don't know, Mystic Cave, perhaps, fuck, what is its name? Metropolis Zone. Like, Metropolis Zone, people find that song grating, apparently, as well, which is odd to me. I mean, I guess those levels are, you know, kind of the worst in the game. Like, Metropolis Zone goes on for too long and it's annoying, but this song is real good. That song is like one of, you know, already very nostalgic game and soundtrack. That is kind of one of the most nostalgic songs is Metropolis. I don't know why. It's just really cool. So the background of this level, it looks a little funny. If you pay attention to it, in the underground part, it's just kind of like a bunch of plants. It doesn't look very real. Oh, can I not control Tails? No, I'm thinking of the stupid. There's like a trick in this where like you can control, you know, player 2 can control Tails, and that means that if you assign like on emulator, like just some of your buttons to the, you know, player 2 like controller, you can sort of control Sonic and Tails at once with one controller and sort of help yourself. I learned of that because of the like sort of really iconic to my childhood fucking playthrough of Sonic 2 XL, which is, you know, that fucking fetish ROM hack. There was one like Brazilian little playthrough of that by some random guy on YouTube a long ass time ago, and by a long I mean it must be like what, 12 years? Maybe less than that, maybe 9, I don't know. But that playthrough, like, I watch, is like sort of a key, like, memory, key childhood memory, is that guy, like, playing that ROM hack and sort of, like, trying to, you know, win, like, despite its bullshit, the fat mechanic. And that guy playing sort of, like, he developed a strat of, you know, using Tails to, like, do shit when Sonic couldn't actually move. He would, like, you know, control Tails with the second controller and kill enemies or like do vital things that Sonic couldn't at that point. And I thought that was like, I thought he was a fucking genius at the time. I was like, the fuck is he doing to control Tails? That's crazy. When I play Sonic 2, I can't control Tails like that. I can't do that. How can he do that? Now that I think of it, this game, the levels it starts off, it's they're not the strongest ones, at least not to me. Like, I don't really particularly feel very strongly about Emerald Hill or this level or Aquatic Ruin. I like them. Again, I like this game. And also, look how I'm already in Zone 3, and it's been like, what, 10 minutes of me playing? Probably a bit more, probably like 20, 15 minutes. This game is fucking short. Like, this game is teeny. Sonic 1 is small as well, but it's a little more annoying with, you know, the 3-act structure. You're sort of not seeing changes of scenery as often as Sonic 1, and it's just a more annoying, shitty video game. This game is like short and sweet. It's fun to play, and the levels go by in a flash, and you're already in like a new environment and doing more shit. And it, you know, it has more level variety than Sonic 1. And also, this is, you know, a ROM hack, so we're gonna see even more neat, different levels, which is cool. Fuck. Cool. I don't know why the frames are dropping like that this often. I don't think this is like a real hardware thing. As in, I don't think this happens on real hardware. I could be wrong, I don't know. Maybe it's because I lost rings. I don't know if it's a RetroArch thing or if it's this ROM hack thing. Because I can't quite figure out if the physics in this feel weird. Like, I can't quite figure out if this is not how Sonic 2 usually controls. Some things about the physics seem a little fucky, but don't you forget, every Sonic game is a little fucky. Like, the physics in these games are not good, so that could be just that I forgot that it controlled this specific way, because it's been a while since I haven't played it. Also, hello Guzman and Azura. There we go again. Lua, not Azura. Hello Lua. You're not Azura. Azura. Who is it that used to say Azura? That's Gabriel, right? She would say Azura instead of Azura. It's pretty funny. Your septum piercing has been delayed to Tuesday? Why did I think that, like, wow, I really do read chat messages wrong. I thought you had already gotten that from just reading and sort of, you know, abridging your chat message from last time. In my head, the information was just, yeah, they have that already. Then that's, it's simply, you know, the what's it called? Part of the job, yeah. Casinos are an underused trope for 11 video games. They always look rocks. I suppose I'm thinking of the Sonic series, but like, there are a couple. There are a few. The Sonic series, I feel like at this point, I don't even want to look at a casino level in a game. Just because I've, you know, played Sonic games and every fucking one has one of them. I've heard people try to argue that Spring Yard in Sonic 1 isn't a casino level. I mean, to be fair, Spring Yard is just kind of like a weird amusement park in a fucking hilltop area. If you look at the background of Spring Yard Zone, it doesn't really look like anything. It's just like hills and like mountains. Also, they call the place Yard. What the fuck is a yard in the context of like a place like that? That is the casino level of that game, though, is my point. And like, you know, even fucking Sonic Battle has a casino level. Sonic Adventure, I guess, Sonic Adventure 2 doesn't have a casino level. Sonic Heroes, I think... No, Sonic Unleashed doesn't have it. It's fucking World Travel. I was thinking of Eggman Land. There are a lot of them. There are a lot of fucking... There's a lot of casino levels in Sonic. Spin-offs and real games included. There's a lot of them. At this point, it's a bit sickening. Same as looking at just a green hill. You know, you get a bit sick of it eventually. Don't like this boss. I don't think anybody does. I don't think anybody likes this boss. It's a bad one. It's not a good one. Not great. Oh, how delightful. These songs, I feel like it's just because of the songs. I don't really much like... Again, I like the song at Aquatic Ruin and Emerald Hill and this level, but I don't love them. So these levels are not the ones that... In a weird fucking twisted way, I like Metropolis Zone, even though that area sucks. I just love the sort of feel of the area, the sort of weird, nonsensical machine. Oh, the sort of weird Is this really Sonic to complete? It has to be, right? Metropolis. I like the nonsense sort of. Like that area really is just a machine area. Like there's not much of a real theme to a Metropolis Zone. If you look at the background, it really is just machines operating, nothing in particular. Like, we're gonna get to it, but like, it's a bunch of pistons and like, again, machine parts moving around. It's very nebulous. Same as if, you know, Scrappy, Scrap Brain Zone in Sonic 1. It's really not much of anything. It's just a mechanical city that Eggman made. It's just sort of like vague, dystopian, evil machine area. And I think that's funny. But unlike, you know, Scrap Brain Zone, Metropolis Zone isn't from Sonic 1. Therefore, it's a little bit less bad. Just a little bit. Sonic is slop. Don't count. I suppose. I mean, again, that's what I was saying is... I was thinking of it from the lens of, you know, Sonic. How sort of sick of casino levels I am. But in other games, yeah, I can't really think of many, like, casino levels in other random video games out there. If any, really. Let me try. Couldn't do it, see? This fucking song is stupid. It's funny, though. I like it. Certainly not my favorite in this game. It is funny, though. You can't take that away from it. Oh, it is funny. Funny. This level, the tile sets for this level is gonna be Green Hill in the past. I'm pretty sure I talked about this when I Did I even know this fucking fact when I played Sonic 2 Absolute on the channel? Maybe I didn't. Sonic 2 is like, apparently the development for it was fucking awful. Like, the team was like split between like American team and Japanese team, and nobody really knew what the fuck they wanted to make this game. And it was just not fun for anyone involved. Look at the placement on that, that's weird. Is that really how it is vanilla? Nobody knew what the fuck to do with this game. So originally the idea for this game was to have like the time travel shit that is in Sonic CD. Like, you're gonna just be in South Island, like you know, I think South Island is the island from Sonic 1, right? Emerald Hill was just gonna be Green Hill Zone, like it was just gonna be called the exact same place. But the gimmick would be that you would go to the future and, or you know, the past and the future, and this area, this hilltop zone, was gonna be Green Hill in the past. So like, if you ever like wonder why the tile sets of this area are just like Emerald Hills tile sets but blue, it's because they are one and the same. It was gonna be just the past. I don't know if they were gonna have those like hills in the background or not. I don't know if it's like literally exactly like this, how it was gonna be in the like beta. But that was originally the idea, is there will be Green Hill and then Green Hill in the past. And Chemical Plant was gonna be like one of the last levels, and it was gonna like take place in the far future, where like Eggman has already fucking destroyed the planet and turned everything into a shitty chemical plant. Like, you know, he's like turned everything machines, and everything is like polluted and toxic waste, and you know, very cartoony, like Captain Planet shit. And it's kind of cute, like learning that, because I don't know, I feel like just anything to shake up these boring fucking overused Sonic levels is kind of like a good thing in my book. Like, you know, they've used Chemical Plant in like how I think every single latest like Sonic game has used like the same 3 fucking nostalgia masturbation levels in like every single time. Like, you know, since fucking Sonic Generations, they've been reusing these assets. Like Sonic Force has had Green Hill and Chemical Plant. You know, Generations, Frontiers had the stupid, shitty fucking internet levels that are just reused from Generations and Unleash and other Sonic games, because fucking, you know, Sonic Team is incompetent and somewhat lazy, but also, you know, constantly like rushed and underfunded by Sega themselves. But they're not innocent. They are a bit scum. They suck a little, and anything to like any new perspective to these boring fucking reused levels, like, you know, Chemical Plant and Sky Sanctuary and Green Hill, anything that sort of shakes up the norm about what we already know about these boring levels is neat. So like learning that Green Hill was originally gonna be split between the past and the future and shit in this game is fun. Learning that Chemical Plant was the future is also fun, you know, because it's like, it's shit we didn't know until, I don't know, some point. I learned it pretty recently. I think people have known this for somewhat long. Yeah. Sonic series is just such a fucking mess. You don't need to hear it from my mouth, you know. What the fuck? This is not real. This is not sanctioned by the UAA. Yeah, here's Wood Zone. Here called Lost Woods, I guess. Was that what it was called? Fucking Zelda level? Yeah, this is one of the zones that wasn't used in Sonic 2. Is a treetop area. I don't know if this is the original level design. I don't know if they ever showed... Oh my god. I don't know if they ever showed anything of Wood Zone even. Like, I don't know if there's level design shown for it. Maybe there's screenshots. This says, you know, Wood Zone, and also, I forget the name. Desert Mirage is from Sonic 2 unused bullshit, I think, as well. Which, you know, eventually in Sonic Mania, Mirage Saloon is not the Silhouette Mirage, whatever the fuck. Desert Mirage is the one from Sonic 2. Mirage Saloon in Sonic Mania is not that level exactly. It's just really, like, heavily based off of it. You know, the idea of a sort of cutesy desert level with, like, cute, like, cactus and stuff. Oh my god. The Nightfire version. Pretty cute. What? Collision is a bit fucky there, I guess. I don't know how long, I don't know how old this ROM hack is, or this version that I'm playing, because, like, I swear the version that I played, like on browser back then, you know, when I played Sonic 2 Long Edition, it was a little different. Sonic's run animation in that was the like beta run animation that Sonic has in Sonic 2, which I think comes from like what the little stupid beta show, like the little show, like the Nickelodeon. I don't know, the fucking Nickelodeon Guts or whatever. Like, there's a little Nickelodeon game show that they would like have you play Sonic 2 before it was released, and you had to like time attack it. Like, you had to beat it in an amount of time, and it was like literally just the first level of Sonic 2, like Emerald Hill, but it had different like enemies, like snail enemies, and I think Sonic's run animation was different, and that's the run animation that they had in this ROM hack back when I played it as a kid. I don't know if like this is like a completely different like person that made this, or if it is the same, just worked on for like years on end, or what the fuck it is, I don't know. But it is kind of interesting to think about a little bit. 2%. Fuck. You hate how Scrap Zone looks? It looks like it belongs in an old Game Maker Sonic fan game. The background of it is really disgusting, but you do have to admit that Scrap Brain looks very uninviting. Like, it looks like breathing in Scrap Brain Zone would fucking give you a lung tumor. Like, the background on it has a lot of like smoke and like fire and constant like sort of, you know, things that remind you of industrialization and, you know, how bad it is. And you know, that's what they were setting out to achieve. You know, the fucking aesthetic of the 90s was just Captain Planet, and they set out to do that, and they did it. They made they made Scrap Brain look very gross and uninviting, even though the area itself, oh wow, even though the area itself is really unappealing and you know, just kind of shoddy. This song, I've heard the song before. This is not actually Wood Zone's theme, is it? Because I remember, no, this is like a multiplayer song, right? Like, one of the, like, multiplayer tracks, maybe when you're doing, like, Emerald Hill, which I never fucking knew that. I had heard, you know, the multiplayer tracks from this game a lot, like the fucking Mystic Cave, like the Mystic Cave alt music. I had heard it before, but I had no clue where it came from in the actual games. It's from the multiplayer. Like, for some reason, when you're playing like Sonic and Tails Versus in this game, they have new music that's like different, and that's one of them. I never knew that as a kid. I heard them in, like, again, fucking Sonic Odd Show, which was my Skibidi Toilet, as I've said before. What the fuck is this level design? This is definitely not the original. Like, this is definitely not, like, is that spinning? That's fucking crazy. This is definitely not, I mean, I guess it could be beta level design, but I feel like with the way that the rest of Sonic 2 is designed, this must not be like real level design that they're taking from the actual like game. The fuck? Oh wow, that's cute. Cause it's too stupid. I don't know how to describe it. This game, Sonic 2 made Sonic 1 design a lot more like linear. Like, you can sort of just hold forward and like go in Sonic 2 more often, like all the way through the game. It's kind of like if they made the way that, you know, Green Hill in Sonic 1 was designed. You take that and you make that an entire game's worth of design. That's really shitty placement. It's like if the whole game was designed kind of how they designed Green Hill, instead of, you know, designing the entire fucking game like shitty Marble Hill or whatever, Marble Zone. What is it called? Marble Garden in Sonic 3. Marble something. That level sucks, and Sonic 1 sucks. But that's all to say that so far this wood zone here is not really how Sonic 2 operates. For example, this right here, this bit of weird non-linearity where I don't know where to go, this would not happen in Sonic 2, I don't think. Again, I really do think that Sonic 2 is like kind of almost perfect up until the final boss. Like, the Death Egg robot is like one of the fucking worst things I've ever seen in a video game. It's really not, it's really not fun. But the rest of the game, top notch, rocks. It's just like doing anything in Sonic with like, oh, you can only take one hit, good luck. That's impossible. Sonic is not designed for precision. Like, Sonic is a little again, momentum-y heavy pinball. You can't do any precise movement with him at all. So when they want you to like precisely dodge the the attacks of the Death Egg robot and everything, that's just not gonna happen. That's not real. That's not a real video game that you designed over there. But the rest of the game, feels pretty well suited for the way that it controls and everything. Again, is that... What the fuck is this? It's that Mario 64 thing. It's like, even if you have like a jank-ass old game, the mark of the game being like good or not is if they know how to work with how jank the game is. It's like, the first few levels in Mario 64, they really account for how slippery and like fucking greasy Mario controls in that game. And that's why those levels are fun. But then when they start, introducing the like fucking TikTok clock and the Rainbow Ride shit, which is not at all suited for how clumsy Mario controls, then the game is a fucking terror. It's fucking awful. Sonic 2 is pretty good with that. It's pretty good with accounting for how shitty Sonic controls, so it like has sort of, forgiving level design. It really is just so stupid. Like the streaming, my like streaming retro games experience, where I try my fucking best to play them and enjoy them, but never can because old games are awful. This is not new to like me streaming. This is just my life, my whole life, because emulating is free, and I've always been a little poor kid who like couldn't really, couldn't like buy games very often. My whole life I've tried liking retro games and retro gaming, but I never could because they all are awful to varying degrees. Like, every retro game is shitty to some extent. The good ones know how to work with the shittiness. The bad ones are just terribly unfun because they're not well designed. And there is kind of like very little in between there. It's pretty unfortunate. But like, it's not from a lack of initiative or a lack of attempts. My whole life I've tried playing these games in earnest and like try and like work with them, but the frustration, I can't do it. It's just too awful. They're all just too obnoxious to play. And I know that's a classic like Vlov sweeping statement, but you got the string like receipts. Like you got all the strings that I've done of like old games that I hadn't played previously, and it very often goes really bad, with like very few little exceptions, like Rakugaki Showtime, and like there's another like cool old game that I liked recently, not Jumping Flash. That was also a while ago. It was a while ago since I found out I liked it. I forgot what it was. What is I thought that I was going the right way, but things are truly not as they seem in Lost Woods. I guess like that's why it's called Lost. You're supposed to be getting lost here, which is yeah, don't like that. Okay, this is right. Wow, what great placement. That reminds me, oh yeah, it was Wireland 4. What is it called? Wireland 4, the Burning Hell dimension or whatever. Parallel World. Burning Hell is like the other ROM hack by that person. Wireland 4 Parallel World had really shitty enemy placement. Like, the early levels in that ROM hack were fun, but it came to a point where they were just spawning like spiky enemies in places where you couldn't like predict they were gonna be in, so you would just be running forward and you would hit an enemy without any hint of like being able to know that they were there beforehand. And it started like getting on my nerves to the point that when I beat that ROM hack, I really hated that like ROM hack. That was redundant. I really disliked that ROM hack. It wasn't fun after a while. Like the final level in Burning Dimension or Parallel World was fucking awful. Like they made the Golden Passage into like an outright like final test of your abilities into just cock. It's just pure fucking unfun like mechanics that don't suit Wireland 4. It's just awful. I'm sorry like if that person that made them ever stumbles across this somehow. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Like early on I was enjoying it, but it was really just because it was easy. once it started actually like sort of showing the level of, you know, challenge that he was expecting of the player, I was like, all right, this is not ideal, this is not great. The Burning Hell Dimension. Yeah, really, I mixed the two in my head. I'm back there, yeah? That's really cool. What a great level design. Oh. I was just reminded that I haven't even played more before the sequel. I'm like just playing another Sonic game. Very Sonic build recently. Not really, just again, just hearing the fucking Sonic 2 music that I like in Grapefruit Stream, it just made me crave the Sonic 2 in my blood veins. Oh, secret. Oh, cool. It just made me crave the Sonic 2 in my veins. Honestly, before the sequel, it's not good. It's really not good. That game is, again, I knew that. I said that many times in the stream. I know it's historical value, and I already downloaded after the sequel. I'm gonna play it eventually as well. I guess I was gonna play both of them together or whatever. But before the sequel, it's really painful to sit through. Like, as like a, you know, that thing that like Puku once said about like Sonic Galactic, how the levels are like too long and it's sort of like too plotting. I didn't really feel that too much with Sonic Galactic. It is a little bit long-winded. Sonic before the sequel is just fucking boring though. Like, the music is cool. I found out some stuff. What the fuck? I found out some stuff about before the sequel I didn't know. Like, oh wow, like the soundtrack I was listening to was the 2012 soundtrack. If I had chosen the 2011 soundtrack, it would have just been like a song from other Sonic games, like, you know, like a certain boss fight in that game would be playing Bomber Barbara in the original 2011 soundtrack, but because I was playing the 2012 soundtrack, it was an original song instead that they like either commissioned or just like, I don't know, got from somewhere. And just I found out some stuff about that ROM hack I didn't know before. Even with that though, I don't like, I just didn't feel sort of compelled to like play it again. Play it again yet. Ugh, I hate the fucking English language. Fuck. It's really bad. That's all to say that before the sequel is a lot worse than I expected. I expected it to be kind of boring and stupid, but it's actually annoying in the way of like being really annoying, and like also again, like levels are really long and bad. Which like some of the worst levels in Sonic 3 are like really long and bad. Like the worst thing that Sonic 3 can possibly be is too long. Like the levels go on for too long, the game has too many levels in it and stuff. And exactly, I guess because Sonic 3 was sort of the most popular like classic Sonic game, I think to this day even, you know, the ROM hackers sort of tried replicating it. Therefore, that person making before the sequel replicated how long Sonic 3 was, and therefore, you know, before the sequel ended up kind of annoying. Wow, this is like, what if the Aquatic Ruins boss was really shit? I don't know if that's like the original way that boss was. I feel like I've seen that little like Eggman with the wood mallet before. Like that's the sort of beta sprite of that mallet Eggman. Like it was originally made of wood instead of you know, metal mallet. But I don't know if it was like set up like that boss fight, because that was like really shit. The wire on my controller is really making me very angry right now. It's pretty impressive. The bulls were named Bull Diddley in Mario 3. Boolean attributes. What the fuck are you talking about, Guzman? I know that this is like, you know, this is Guzman we're talking about, but what are you actually talking about? Ow! If you like making a pizza, drizzle ketchup on top of it and eat it. the bread Viking thing. What even is that? What are those? There's like a what's it called? There was like a video that's like the big Viking feast or whatever, and the thumbnail is like two weird big like black like bread like masses. I guess it's like really big bread, or I don't know. Couldn't be meat. Can't be like fucking black meat. Just some sort of weird Viking food. But like from afar, Dr. Dan was saying that it looks like fat fetish like content. Like it looks like a fat like character, I guess. You know, like the way. Oh wow, that's Topcore playing Sonic. It's, you know, the way that like Sonic would be drawn on DeviantArt. That's such like a passe like joke that still is made to like this day. Also, these little lanterns look really shitty. I never really thought about them much. They're featured like heavily prominent in a fucking Sonic Odd Show chart. These little fucking lanterns. That's like, you know, saying like when you would see like something that feels like fetish content or actual fetish art, you're like, wow, it's like DeviantArt. That's such an old joke, and I feel like at this point it's not even like, I don't know, do people even use like DeviantArt anymore? Like, it's so like riddled with AI and fake at this point. Does this happen in Sonic 2? I feel like the physics in this are like a little scuffed, like a little bit not right to actual Sonic 2. But you know, that's like a very sort of old internet thing. It's like, oh, Sonic according to DeviantArt, or just, you know, anything on DeviantArt. But people still make those jokes, like on the internet. Stupid children still make that same joke because they learned it from the previous generations, I guess. It's kind of like that thing that I was like saying with like how it's insane that like old like massive horror shit that kids liked when it was new are still liked by kids now. Like, people liked Freddy when it was, you know, new. Like, kids liked it when they were like 5. But now Freddy is like 20 years old, and 5-year-olds now still like Five Nights at Freddy's. So it's sort of endured as like a baby media thing. Same with like stupid internet, like certain stupid internet jokes have sort of prevailed many generations. What joke? Calling things from DeviantArt. Like, you know, you see Fat Sonic, it's like Sonic from DeviantArt. Although, you know, likely did come from DeviantArt. If it's Sonic, you know, I don't think Sonic has ever been. Actually, that's not true. Sonic was fat once in Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic. But you know, that's not a really official media. I would not call it that any day of the week. It's slated a typical fetish art fashion. It's funny, if you look at the image, it kind of does. Like, it's not unfounded. I don't know like what the channel would be to like find that thumbnail. And you know, I'm not gonna pull it up. There's Sonic 2 to be played. But it's very true. If you've seen it, you know it's true. Pretty humorous. Also, this song fucking rocks! This song is good. It's real good. I like how they use the clown theme song in it. It's funny that the clown theme song used to be like a song for gladiators. Oh, good. Like the little, you know, like... Dun, 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 dun. Like, that was a fucking song for like commemorating like gladiators winning battles and shit. And now it's clown theme. Pretty silly. This song, I love how this song just sounds so, like, evil. Like, this song sounds very mischievous. It might, you know, in part because of the clown theme, I guess. Like, you know, the clown motif, the clown leitmotif. Like, it sounds like a very mocking sort of, like... this is the kind of song you would hear when, like, the YouTuber is angry. Like, fucking... some random like AVGN clone, like they get pissed off at their game and like, this is fucking awful, this is what's wrong about this game, this and that, it sucks, it sucks. Like, they're, you know, listing all the ways that the game sucks ass, or like the way that they, I don't know, that people like ruin their favorite movie, and this song would be playing. Like, this song, it just sounds very treacherous and like mischievous and evil, and it really fits because like this is a weird fucking toxic like shitty cave that Sonic is trapped in, and he's gotta get out of here. It's it fits pretty well. You know, in a game like this, again, I've said this before, but in a game as simple as this, you don't really have a story. Sonic 3 has a story, which is pretty neat, but in a game like this, you don't really have a story, so you gotta do your best to sort of just have a really good like ambience. You gotta have a good ambience to like your game, and you know, make it sort of immersive as well as you can. You know, make it immersive to the player, to like the scenarios that the little video game character is going through. And that fucking song puts me in the shoes of Sonic, like trying to get out of this shitty fucking, like, probably like toxic air cave. That song like fits it to a T. It's great. Wow. I think this is gonna be Genocide City, I think. Like, considering this level order has been sort of... No, this might be actually Desert Mirage or whatever. Your niece was watching Young Sheldon YouTube shorts. I think specifically AI generated Young Sheldon. That's really bad. What was it called? Was it called Desert Mirage? Silhouette. Oh wow, Silhouette Mirage has completely ruined the way that I think of the word Mirage and Silhouette. It's called Desert Mirage, right? The Mirage Saloon is the one in Sonic Mania. I'm pretty sure there is only... Oh, that's the enemy from Emerald Hill in the fucking Nickelodeon version. There's like one screenshot of this Desert Mirage, and it has that little crocodile enemy and like some bird enemy and like some cactuses, and I think it moves. Like it's an animated screenshot for some reason. And yeah, the tile sets here, they look very simple. Likely because the only real look we have into the desert level is that one screenshot. So, this person was sort of stretching out this tile set into like one big level. From all that we knew from like one little shitty screenshot, which is kind of funny. Not gonna lie. This song also that's playing is from little known fact, or pretty fucking bigly known fact actually, is that what is it called? The Hidden Palace from Sonic 3 was actually from Sonic 2. There's gonna be the little emerald type zone. Even with the Master Emerald in it, like there's gonna be a big emerald that you break through in at least I think there's gonna be like in Hidden Palace. Like it was gonna be in Sonic 2, but it was not used. And then Sonic 3 they made an area called Hidden Palace that's like not exactly the same, but it's sort of the same idea. The fuck? It's the sort of same idea. It's topaz, what's it called? It's just like gems and crystals in a little cave, and it's neat. This like ice part, is this really part of Desert Mirage? This was in Sonic before the sequel as well. Like before the sequel had a little level, like a desert level, that suddenly in the middle of it was ice, and then it came back to being like, and then it went right back to being sand again. This is what this is doing. Is this really what was gonna be in that level? Like it was gonna be ice and sand at the same time? It's kind of neat, it's sort of like Banjo-Tooie fire hot cold cunt level, or there's gonna be a level. There's gonna be a level in the Hat in Time that was gonna be that kind of like probably just ripping off the Tooie level, but it's like Fire Frost World or whatever. Seems like it's one of those things where you would be like, oh, so many games do this. Like so many games have the Fire and Ice World, but name 5 of them. I can name again the Hat in Time one. It's not real. Tooie. There is Wild and Far. There's the Hell level where at the end it like freezes over, which I still think it's insane that I've been heatedly debated on this, on if Fiery Cave in Wild and Far is hell or not, because like I've seen people say just like, oh no, it's fire, it's a fire cave, but I'm like, it's in the fucking horror passage, like it's in the horror world. It's like fiery, it has demons, and then it freezes over, like fucking Dante's Inferno or whatever. Like hell freezes over mythos. But I think it was Wyatt actually. Wyatt was like, no, it's just a fire cave. It's like, no! Yeah, that trope is not that common though. Really ain't. Where the fuck am I going? Yeah, the tile sets are really simple. Even for the standards of Sonic 2, this is a barren fucking wasteland. I mean, it is like an ice level, but like this is so simple. It looks kind of funny. I'm sorry, I can't help but like, I think ever since doing those Pizza Tower custom levels on Siop, I can't help but like pay attention to tile sets in the video game. I just can't like not look at tile sets sort of critically. Like the tile sets in Pizza Tower are very detailed, like they're very rich, and having to work and like tile little levels for the like custom levels in that mod sort of made me appreciate the art of like laying out like sort of nicely like stuff in a tile set. Like, oh, I'm gonna put this little object here and there and create some visual interest. So now when I see a fucking Game Maker game that's just like blocky shitty tile sets, I'm kind of like, I snicker to myself. It's like nobody cares though. Like not a soul cares about that. I didn't care about tile sets before that. I'll say that much. These original levels, you know, these beta recreation levels, they're very confusing. I was gonna, you know, I was giving it the benefit of the doubt that Lost Woods level was just confusing because, you know, it was called Lost Woods. Like, it was supposed to be confusing and make me confused and scared. But this fucking Desert Mirage is also confusing in a way that I'm pretty sure is not intended by the fucking ROM hacker that was, you know, making it. It's just, I don't know where to go. I have no idea. I have no idea. Nintendo developers are too wholesome. They would never think of heck. Oh, you're referring to the Fiery Cave? What about Ashley's song? Oh, the Ashley song being about... what is it? Give your soul to Satan or whatever? Satan. It's so funny. That one time that me and Puku found the fucking Ashley analog horror on YouTube. I don't know if it's still on YouTube. But like, it was a mix of like, sort of... Like a little like... I don't know. It was like, it really felt like a child was making it. So like, it was kind of cute in a way. But also, it was extremely fucking hilarious. Because it was like, Warrior Touched, you know, it's like you in the sound... Oh. It's like you in the sound test listening to the, like, Ashley song, in Warrior Touch, but Ashley is like talking to you through the game, like through the, you know, game, like, interface, and she's like telling you about how, like, she was like abused by her parents. Like, her parents were like abusive and like would fight each other and, you know, beat her. And whoa, and oh wow, I don't think those are in this game. And it ends with like Ashley going like, hello, thank you for like listening to my record backwards. I'm like, I know that you can like save me, like, please. It's so fucking ridiculous because it's WarioWare and it's fucking Ashley and it's Ashley's song and it's analog horror. It's really funny. I do give it props for not just being like, I guess, you know, like Ashley's like demonic and she like comes through the screen and like kills you. It's like the supernatural creature. You know, Ashley is not, she's not evil. She's sort of like injustice and like suffering, and you gotta like help her out. That's like 2% less stupid than like the average analog horror, but it's still really, really stupid. And again, made by a child. Pretty funny though. Wow, what fucking terrible level design. That's Am I even in the right place? I thought I was. I went through a checkpoint. Chick. Really bad thing about Sonic, classic Sonic games, I think all three do this, is the 10-minute time limit thing. It makes it so even if you're, you know, like save stating and rewinding and saves coming, even if you're doing that, you might get stuck like from a death from, like, if I time out, you know, from like losing, if I time out from, you know, getting to 10 minutes, my rewind can't save me from that. I would need to actually take a checkpoint. And these little ROM hack levels are so long. Like, this is sort of the worst. Like, this is a display of what not to do in a Sonic level, like a just classic Sonic formula level, or any Sonic game really. You know, if you're prioritizing speed, you don't want the level to be 8 minutes long. But especially the classic Sonic, like, you know, before the sequel, it's fresh in my mind. People would do this, just make levels way too long. And also, for as fun and like good as Sonic Galactic was, those levels are way too long. Like, the level 1 in the water section is like really overly, like, shittily long for no reason at all, even though it's like a fine level. Like, it's a fun level. It's not unfun or annoying to play, but it's just really, really long, and that makes it kind of annoying. That's what made Puku stop playing that little demo, Sonic Galactic demo, is that the water level was too long. Am I back at the fucking place that I was, like, before? Like, that one little soft lock area that I was in that I couldn't get out of? Yeah, I am there. Wow. So did I just go backwards again? Like, did I really go all the way like back somewhere else. This button doesn't do anything. This is terrible. Why would you confuse the player like this? Like, what were they actually trying to achieve here? Having some mechanical depth? You know, classic Sonic games famously, when they're trying to have mechanical depth, they have shit like the ghosts in Syndopolis, which like everyone notably says, oh, I hate this. I feel like this is such a common thing, is like ROM hackers, like, you know, sort of having a taste of their own medicine. Like, there would be like things about a game that are commonly really hated, but then there's like a famous ROM hack of that game, and like it does all the bad things that people hate about the game. Like, there's, you know, there's like inside jokes about how much they hate water levels and shit. Oh, Rock Desert, really creative. You know, there will be like inside jokes about how they hate fucking water levels. Then like the ROM hack will have a water level, because like they're like, oh, I need some fucking variety. So like they experience like a fraction of the pain of like the actual, you know, real like official game designers of like, oh, we gotta put something to the game to like fucking spruce it up. What can we do? Water level. That sucks though. We gotta put it in. Gotta do it. It's sort of, it's funny like imagining that, you know, like the ROM hacker having a taste, like they end up sort of making something in their game that they originally hated in like the, you know, real games that they played and loved. I am mostly making up a scenario for that matter though. Like, this is not entirely like a real thing. This is not a real guy. I made up a guy just now. It's just a funny scenario. I don't think I said that very well. Fetoids need therapy and not trauma dump on the internet. I don't even, what was that in relation to? I already forgot. What fetoid? Who did that? Oh, the Ashley thing? Trauma dumping. It's not on the internet, it's on a disc, it's on a cartridge on a garage sale, Garam? On a garage sale, you know? And you found it on the garage sale. It also really funny on that note, and you know, sort of similar like style. Me and Puku found Rhythm Heaven analog horror as well, or not analog horror. Everything is fucking analog horror now, but it's like anti-piracy screens. There are these, again, probably made by a child from the way that they sort of, or not a child, maybe a teenager. They're like too competent. I say competent, too not complete dog shit to be like an actual little child, but just incompetent enough to be like probably a teenager. Rhythm Heaven anti-piracy screens. I think these were popular, but the person has like since deleted their little channel. It's like there's like a fucking anti-piracy screen of the taiko drum, or just the drumming minigame in Rhythm Heaven DS. And like the little cheerleaders in that level, they become like a plant. Like their neck extends into like a plant. And there's like a weird gardening motif to the little whole, like, you know, anti-piracy, like ARG thing. And it's really, really funny because it's, again, fucking Rhythm Heaven DS analog horror anti-piracy screen. It's really funny. It's kind of sad that the person, you know, like vanished. Water levels are universal evil. Same with ice levels. Yeah. That's like a, you know, that's the thing I was saying earlier, how some jokes persist generations. It's sort of like, ugh, who the hell, water levels are so shit. Like, that's, you know, that's like older than time. But it is true, that one is it's an enduring sort of sentiment because it's fucking true. They suck. Don't put them in your game. Like, water levels, it's not like fun. Like, water controls are just never done in a fun way, and even when they are, I feel like oftentimes I just want to be playing the game without the fucking water in it. People are, because, you know, people are always like, Sonic, not everything is about Sonic. People are like, Rayman Origins and Legends water levels so rock because they're fun, and I'm like, yeah, they're okay, you know, they're like alright, but I still would prefer to be running around as Rayman, not swimming with sort of, you know, slightly less concise like level design. It's like when you're designing for like a shitty, you know, swimming controls and stuff, like it's gonna be, you're sort of accounting for it being more sluggish and shit. So the level design isn't as like strong as when you're just on foot. because they need to make it shit. Does that make any sense? That's my like sort of take on it. Take on me. Why is it still fucking ice? I was right at the end of the level. Who would have thought? Maybe that was like infuriating to watch. What is it? Physically painful to watch. If I was, you know, a Let's Player, the people in the comments would be like, "Argh!" They would say that. That was really shitty level design, though. What was I saying? Yeah, like even when the water levels are like fine in the game, like I guess the ones in Anton Blast, like I didn't hate them. I mean, I hated the glass house, but not because it's a water level. It's just because the game's dog shit. Like the bathhouse is fine, like the mysterious bathhouse, and the water parts of mysterious glass house aren't terrible either. It's the overall package that's the problem, really. But like, I still would prefer to be doing the regular shit of the game, not the stupid variety segment that is swimming. You know, like just don't do it. Just don't do it. I guess like it's that like sort of primal fear of being like, oh, our game is like, people are gonna like see through the cracks of our game if it doesn't have like variety in it. It's like if you're just playing the levels again and again with the same controls and the same mechanics always, people are gonna realize how it's sort of all the same and they're gonna be bored. But like, would they really? Would they? If they like it, if the game is fun, why would people be upset at fucking playing it? Like, I don't understand. Why would you... Like, oh, I love playing Rayman 2, but I've been playing Rayman 2 for too long. Can I, like, swim around really slow and boring for a bit? I'm getting a bit bored of just controlling Rayman. I guess, like, I don't know. I do like the fucking jobs in No More Heroes, I guess. Like, you know, I don't really love them, but I like the presence of the jobs in No More Heroes 1, and that's, you know, like a stupid diversion of the main gameplay mechanics. But that's more sort of like, it's more, wow, what a shitty part of level, shitty level part. It's more sort of, you know, set dressing than actually like mechanically. It's not supposed to be mechanically like deep, doing the little shitty jobs. I don't know. It's stupid. Like, I don't think there is like many stupid variety segments in that game that I really enjoy, unless they're like something really essentially like just a cutscene. Like, I feel like if they're like a shitty little short cutscene, or not shitty, you know, if they're a short cutscene then it makes you feel powerful for a sec, like the final part of the final boss in Pizza Tower, that's, you know, that's not mechanically deep. You're like, you know, you're just mashing through, like, not mashing, you're like, you know, you're doing a rematch of the bosses, but the bosses don't really have the full mechanics of their actual boss fights. You're just beating up each boss in like 2 hits for the, you know, to make the point that Peppino is a fucking killing machine. It's to make a point that Peppino is at his fucking breaking point and he can like tear through anything with his bare hands, like if he wants to at that point. It's not really, you know, it's not supposed to be like the most challenging or interesting thing you're doing in that game. It's essentially like a long-winded little cutscene, or, you know, like I guess when, I guess I was gonna say like supersonic segments in Sonic games, but those are more like a mini game as well, because they, you know, you lose the rings. There's like a fail state. There is a fail state as well in the final part of Pizza Tower final boss, but it feels less sort of. It doesn't feel like it's supposed to be like, okay, so this is gonna really challenge the player. It's more so like the player's gonna come now. The player's gonna see how fucking cool this is, alright? Usually when it's a minigame, usually when it's like a shitty little minigame, and it's like Sonic, supersonic minigame, or water segments, or even, you know, sometimes boss fights in games are just pure gimmick. I don't like that as much. If it's a short, little dinky cutscene that lasts very short, very little, and it's just supposed to be like cool set dressing for something else, then I'm fine with it. Otherwise, I feel like there's not a singular water level in anything ever that I've ever really liked. Like, I can say I stand, you know, I can stand the water levels in Rayman in like a rainy day, but I don't really like them. All of Sea of Serendipity is fucking boring when I replay like Origins. And so is the stupid stealth level in Legends, even worse, because it's mixing boring fucking stealthy mechanics with boring fucking swimming mechanics. I don't know why people like that level so much. I remember Grapefruit being like, oh, the water levels in Legends are the best. And I'm like, really? You are really gonna stand by that? Weird fella, that thing. Anytime that I sort of like think, wow, that is like probably the weirdest Grapefruit take I've ever seen, I think back to how he hated the FNAF level in Pizza Tower, because that was his worst take ever. I don't condemn him I don't condemn him for it, because I feel like if I was a little like, if I had played that level wrong like he was doing, like I might have like ended up with that same takeaway from that level. But the way that he treated that level as like actual stealth was like stupid. Like it was just foolish. Like he was trying to play Don't Make a Sound like an actual stealth level, walking around very slowly and getting caught because, you know, the alarms were going off, instead of doing the very obvious thing that the game wants you to do, which is just go really fast and kill any of the like sirens that can possibly, you know, make you like get spotted by the little FNAFies. But he was doing it just the worst way possible and being like, oh, this level's just annoying. And I don't know why that's his voice now. I guess it's because I'm like angry at him. And also he was like, because, you know, he was getting jump scared like 5 times more than the average player ever will playing that level, because he was playing it like a moron. He was like, jump scares in games, even when they're ironic, they're just so annoying. Like, yeah, I get it, you're making fun of FNAF, but you're still doing jump scares the same way that like actual games of jump scares do it. And I'm like, you're not supposed to do it, like you're not supposed to be getting jump scare like more than like once per fucking playthrough, you idiot. It's really odd. I don't know what like kind of worm got into his brain that day, because like he's played a video game before. Like there's plenty of games that he's played and sort of intuited like correctly. Why couldn't he intuit the FNAF level correctly? Like what was wrong? It's super like intuitive. What was wrong with him that day? I don't know. And then after, the craziest thing, after he P-ranked the game and sort of, you know, supposedly learned all the mechanics and, you know, mastered it, he was like, yeah, I P-ranked the FNAF level. It was really annoying still, but I learned how to do it. And it's like, even after all this, you still don't like have the right takeaway from the fucking level. You still don't understand it. Really strange. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like to an extent, I'm really sort of like relaxed with like deeply criticizing Grapefruit in a way that I'm not like the average other streamer. Probably because he's the one I watch the most, but also because I feel like he does it a lot as well to other people. Like he will criticize Jerma and like Vinny and stuff in the same way that, you know, I will criticize stuff. He'll be like, wow, Jerma was really stupid this stream. I don't know what he was doing there. So like in a way, you know, not only because he'll never see this, but also because like I feel like it's fair like play to like sort of, you know, like call Grapefruit stupid in occasions such as these where he was being stupid. I don't know. Again, I don't feel like, oh, there's a fucking spring up there. I feel like expecting the streamer to like always play the game well is like a futile task. Streaming games is, you know, of course taught me this, which is sometimes a person just doesn't understand something, and that's final. But that said, it's just really surprising when a person that usually understands stuff like that doesn't understand it. Like, that level seems like it would be right up his alley. Like, I feel like you would really appreciate how it's a really clever subversion of a stealth level by completely removing the stealth part and just making it like a speed level where you're just gotta, not stealthily, but just very brutally get rid of all the things that can possibly, you know, like, blow your stealth. Like, it's a really... There's a YouTube video about it, I'm pretty sure. Like, how Don't Make a Sound is like a really good scary level. I haven't watched it because it seems like a stupid video. But like I feel like Grapefruit would be like the first person to be like, wow, this is such a novel, fun concept for a level. Because like that was my takeaway from playing that level. I was like, wow, this is really fucking imaginative. But he was like, FNAF. Really weird, I don't know. It's a weird thing. This level is fucking awful. This like rock desert and also ice desert have been the worst in this little ROM hack so far. And honestly, at this point, I'm just kind of like, can I play Sonic 2 again? Like, because, you know, these little, like, recreation levels... Oh, wow. Because these little recreation levels... I thought it was the boss. Because these little recreation levels have been taking so long, I haven't really been... You know, really haven't been getting much of, like, Sonic 2 as of late. as of the last like half an hour. Really, really shitty, really terrible level design. I guess, you know, when I was like signing up for like a beta recreation, nothing said that the levels would be good. It was just, what the fuck? It was just that the levels would be, you know, beta recreations. Nothing guaranteed that these would be great, and they're not. These are really some of the worst Sonicing I've seen, right along before the sequel. But that's mostly because probably I haven't played the most Sonic ROM hacks. That's just from Mario. Like, because I haven't played the most Sonic ROM hacks, I'm probably like a lot more harsh on these like bad ones, because I haven't, you know, I haven't played bad ones much before, because I prefer playing the good ones. So like playing before the sequel, this is sort of culture shock, because I haven't played bad Sonic levels in a very long time. Hello Sadie, what's up? Welcome to the stream. The quiet scariness, the quiet scariness of don't make a sound. Ow. I want to see, like, I'm surprised but also kind of glad that when like a Running Shine clip gets like posted to like Twitter and shit, people still go like, wow, Running Shine Mansion. Like, I'm glad a lot of people like it, despite, you know, the obvious, which like, let's just say, I feel like a lot of people on Twitter wouldn't really like Running Shine if they watch his, like, streams. Like, I feel like a lot of queer people like Running Shine, which, you know, again, Running Shine isn't evil. They're not actually, like, evil at all. They just make really shitty, edgy jokes all the time. Some of which land, some of which are just really try-hardy. But I feel like people would be like, oh, you're referencing Running Shine? That's no good, dude. Oomfies, get that out of there. But, no, people like it. And I like when people like things, sometimes. Oh shit, Ocean? I don't want to play Sonic 2 anymore. Can I go back to the beta recreation levels? I hate this level. This level is just fucking boring. The song in it is, like, cool, but, like, this level is just shit. Probably my least favorite in this game. So much so that I even forgot it existed. Like, you know, I remember Metropolis Zone exists, and I was, in my head, I'm always like, oh, gotta, like, oh, I'm dreading, like, playing Metropolis Zone. It's coming up. It sucks. This level, even though it's in fucking Mania, and I hate it in Mania as well, probably my least favorite level in Mania, like, 2. Is it? No, I guess, like, it's up there. Like, I didn't even remember that this level exists this whole time that I've been like, Sonic 2, Sonic 2, Sonic 2, Sonic 2. Like, I've been, you know, sort of like in my head, like playing these songs from this game in my head and sort of thinking about like playing it again. This level didn't cross my mind a singular fucking time. I hate it. It's so boring. I hate the orange background. It's so gaudy. Look at that pure bright fucking Fanta orange and the purple in the foreground. Oh, get it off my face. Also, these styles look like Hidden Palace. I wonder if they're related. Like, these purple and some of the green, they look similar a little bit. Maybe they're not. They just look kind of similar color palette-y. Oh! 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 Good. Let me. No, wait. Actually, don't. Let's not do that. Actually. Don't do that. I don't have any lives. How come the game is not giving me any lives? That's odd. I just wanted to see. Just wanted to see what was said during the little Greyfield thing. Shoutouts to Starfy for being a good water platformer. Not gonna lie, when I saw footage of Starfy, it didn't look that great. Oh yeah, I gotta pause the fucking game. Gotta play the game as well. Because the time limit. I hate time limits in games. On the same similar level as like hating extra lives. I just hate being timed on something. I like taking my time with things and like exploring and taking things in. Alright, let's go. Let's get through this. Star Wars Final Boss third phase works because you're already done with 2 decently difficult phases. The game granted you with the hype moment and R for your satisfaction. The rematch solidified that every boss. Solidifies every boss fight up to this point was a tutorial? A tutorial? What? A tutorial for the final boss? Or a tutorial for or a tutorial for something specifically? I don't think do the boss fights in Pizza Tower teach you anything particularly like smart about the game's mechanics? Let's see. Peppermint teaches you about jumping around and stuff, and like I don't know. Vigilante teaches you about Fuck if I know, you have a little gun. The noise is parrying, you know, the Noid, sorry, Noid. Fake Pepino is, don't know. I really don't know. Anyway. I think the worst grapefruit take was when he said people with aphantasia should get shot and killed. That is like, I can understand sort of both sides there. I'm very nuanced. I can understand him being annoyed at aphantasia, the way that people talk about it. And also, like, every time he, like, mentions it, you know, he has, like, a full chat of people to, like, criticize him for it. I can understand being sort of, like, annoyed at that. But also, like, he's very mean about aphantasia. I feel like after this, like, last aphantasia discussion, he'll probably, like, next time that it's brought up, he'll be a little more, like, reasonable about it. But, like, he used to be a lot more mean about it. Like, in the 3 or 4 times that he's mentioned aphantasia so far, he's been, like, varying degrees of, like, mean about it. And it's really funny to me. I feel like it's just a matter of, like, people describing things wrong. Like, people describing it as, like, I can really understand people describing it as, like, they can't see images in their, like, imagination. They can only really think of words, but they can sort of, like, they can see a funny face, like a person with a big nose and big ears and gross, like yellow eyes, and they can be like, okay, so, like, in their head, they're like, checklist. This person has funny nose, big ears, yellow eyes. They can't see the face of the person in their head, but they can think of these attributes as, like, you know, adjectives. It's like a written sentence, like, this person is this, this, and that. I think that that is a good explanation for what, like, abstract fucking bullshit aphantasia actually is. Because, you know, the human brain is stupid. Yeah. Isn't it crazy? Like, animals worry about, like, getting food. Their little brain only tells them, like, get food, get to bed, get to, like, warmth, create baby, protect baby to make more, like, you know, to keep the population going, eat more, make more baby. They just think of that, and then we're like, can I imagine an apple? You know, like, we're fucked. We're such stupid fucking animals. I think of that every day. So fucking true. Can we get a true? True? Why did I take my glasses off? Am I stupid? Put it back on. Dumb cunt. Huh. Ow. I do think that animals have imaginations though, cause like, you see a little hamster like sleeping and they're like running around. Or, you know, dogs as well. Dogs. Like, dogs imagine they're running in their dream, and then they wake up. It's odd. It must be weird for them, you know, having dreams as non-sentient fucking creatures. You know, they can't rationalize thought like we can because they're not sapient. But they can dream. They can, like, Grapefruit talked about this one time. This is the fucking Grapefruit stream now, as per usual. But he was like, I mean, I can't blame him. He brings up good topics. He was talking like, it must be fucking scary if you're like a deer and you're like having a dream of like being eaten, because, you know, you can only dream that which you know. So an animal is gonna dream of like eating pellets, running away from predators, running around in general, eating more. It must be fucking horrifying for a little creature to be dreaming of, you know, being like chased around by a wolf, like being chased around by a wolf, and then they wake up and they're fine. They're like, oh, okay, it wasn't real, I guess. Because in their head, they can't tell that it is, that it's not real. They're just gonna be like, okay, I guess that fucking hell scenario has ended already. Like, I guess the fucking evil, like, creature that was, like, about to kill me just, like, let up and, like, went away. Good for me. Yippee. Like, I'm alive for another day. You know, they're not gonna think of that because they're stupid, but they can't tell what's real and what isn't, so their dreams must be fucking horrific, which is kind of sad and also really, really funny to think about. He's like thinking about a little hamster dreaming of being chased around by a tiger or something. I don't think tigers and hamsters lives in the same ecosystem, but you get my idea. It's just stupid boss fight as well. You know, every classic Sonic has really shit boss fights, but this one comes to mind as like a particularly weighty and annoying one. Really bad. The one in Mania is really bad as well, like the oil ocean octopus boss is like just as boring and annoying as that one. Need to teach a dog how to write so I can keep a drink journal. I want to know its mind. I wonder how we know like certain stuff about animals, like how we know hello. Like how we know, I don't know, certain like behavior shit about like, you know, we have like sort of, we have domesticated dogs and everything. Oh wow. Wow. We have like domesticated dogs and everything, but like, what about bats? How the fuck do you know what a bat is like thinking about? Here's Genocide City. It did not look like this. No, it didn't. There is only code for like level design and the name Genocide City for Genocide City in Sonic 2's like files or beta screenshots, whatever. It was essentially just like a mechanical city. Like eventually they changed its name to like Cyber City or some shit. Genocide was just like a word they were using, you know, as this level's name early on, because again they didn't know what genocide meant, so they were just like, what is a cool American word? And I didn't do a Japanese racist Japanese accent there. They didn't know what to like. They didn't know what the word meant. They were just like, oh, it sounds cool, let's put it in. But then they were like, oh, it actually means that. That's not good. There's corpses. Fucking Castlevania ass shit. This person who made this ROM hack took the genocide part very literally, and you know, made this like, made this Gotham City, which is again this is not real. Kind of funny though that, you know, this isn't a Sonic thing. It's very unfitting. Wow. Pretty comparatively short, eh? To those stupid levels? A man with a big nose and ears and yellow eye? That's what you think about every day? Ow! My belly hurt from laughing. Let me drink some water. Ugh, I just tried to drink it without opening the lid again. I think this is also multiplayer music. Sonic 2 multiplayer music. I think it is, at least. I don't quite know or remember. Ow. By killing and dissecting them. Okay. I would have not put it past the game to just have me stuck in there. What is that? What is that supposed to be? Like what's that? What's all that? Pretty out of I don't know if that's a sprite from another game, but I feel like that even just the buildings in the backgrounds don't even fit with the buildings in the tile sets. Like it's just like in the here in the foreground, like the platforms that I'm in, they're like gothic old fucking like gargoyle buildings that look from the fucking medieval times. In the background, they're like skyscrapers full of like lights and shit. And they look very modern. It's a bit not congruent. Tails just got fucking caught by that spider. I could swear that if you mashed enough buttons, you could get out of the spider in this game. But I guess I'm fucking high. That's like that's a mechanic in like Sonic Mania and like Sonic Generations. Cause am I looping? What? Okay, wasn't that the exact same level design for 2 levels? Like what? Did Act 2 just control was that the exact same level design as Act 1? Just like again? That is weird. What is this? Oh, the nasty shit water. How fucking delightful. I love that. Good. Why are these like zone bosses just like incockified versions of the Sonic 2 bosses? I don't think this is real. I don't think this is how they did it in actual Sonic 2 beta. Don't think so. Okay. This is Game Jam. That's a whole gimmick of it's made out of text, and it's about aphantasia. What, you make text games like what's it called? Text adventure games? Oh shit! What the fuck is this music? This is not from Sonic 2, is it? Yeah, here's Hidden Palace. I guess I forgot about it. I mentioned it during the stream, and yet I didn't really think of like, oh yeah, it'll probably be in this ROM hack, probably. Yeah, here it is. It's also, you know, famously, this is in the Christian Whitehead version of Sonic 2 for mobile. I don't think it ever released on like anything else. Also on Sonic Origins, they didn't fucking put Hidden Palace in the game. Palace. It's only for the little 2011. Is it from 2011? I know Sonic CD's 2011, but Christian Whitehead, Sonic 1 fucking mobile part, it's, they put Hidden Palace in the one hole in a Mystic Cave and made it, you know, sort of restart it. But the song that was playing in the Rock Desert, the fuck? The song that was playing in Rock Desert is the song that would actually play in Hidden Palace in Sonic 2, like that little bam boom bam bam. Pretty sure that's also the Mystic Cave multiplayer song. Like they reused Hidden Palace's theme for the multiplayer theme in multiplayer mode Mystic Cave. Oh, there's the Master Emerald and fucking Knuckles and Shambles, but there it is, just split in half. I don't think that is the Master Emerald, it's just an emerald. Why so much fucking water, eh? It's just an emerald that was in Hidden Palace, I guess. It was just a tile set thing. It's a motorcycle in the background. Hey, what is this? Okay, that's not like, whoa, that's not synced right to the ground. But is this for real? Am I really okay? I was going to the. This ROM hack has you like going to the left a lot. Oh. Wow, I also love these little dinosaurs, by the way. Huh? I just sort of backtracked a lot. That's, interesting. What? Rewinds on emulator bad for you with how they could possibly work. They're keeping track of hundreds of previous frame data, and variables. That sounds like a recipe for an overflow. Yeah, I guess it's because it's probably because these old fucking, you know, consoles, like old hardware, like the Genesis, these are the games are fucking megabytes big. Like, you know, Sonic 2 is like probably fucking 2 megabytes, and half of those megabytes are the fucking Sega at the start of the game. Like, it's not, they're really tiny. So I don't know, I guess you're able to store more data in that. I'm not a programmer, I'm a cock. What's up? Hello, my name is Cock. I guess like it just you can do it, because like, you know, you see like PS1 and shit that doesn't have rewind usually. I feel like, is there even a singular like PS1 emulator, or like more like, you know, advanced like future generation consoles that even have rewind available for you? Oh, because I really feel like it's sort of mostly just anything before PS1 era. I guess Sega Saturn animation. I guess Sega Saturn emulation, like I was, you know, trying out Super Tempo, that you can rewind, and the Sega Saturn is kind of like a really, really shitty PS1. Like the Saturn could do 3D, they just chose not to, because it was not fantastic hardware. This whole time, has this game been loud this whole time? Let me just like put it down by 1. Yeah, it's on 6 now. Has it been loud? Is my voice still a good volume to the game and all that? I kind of forgot to ask. The game is like a platformer, but the other sprites are ladders. That's called, what's it fucking called? Word Man retyped. Typo Man. You guys know about Typo Man? That's that's a game that I didn't fucking learn about until like actually maybe 3 months ago. And when I learned of it, I was fucking giggling and like slapping my belly, cause like that game, it's like, it's peak like Braid and Limbo shit. It's like a game where you play as a little, like, you play as like ladders, like you play as a little man built out of the word hero. And like you go around the world and you move, like you move the letter R, and like you make the R fall on, like, I don't know, you make the letter R fall on Fied, and it becomes fried, and it fries a little like yummy egg for you, and you get health. No, that's not actually what happens. That would be fun though. It's just like the enemies are called hatred, and you know, it's the word hatred shaped to be like a big evil monster, and stupid shit like that. It's peak like pretentious era, like platformer, like Limbo, Braid, Fez. But I think it's like a little bit like after that era though. Look at Sonic's color here. It looks like Mania. I think it's a little bit beyond that era, but like it's very, you know, in that vein. And when I learned of it, I was losing my shit because it's really funny. Shit. It's really fucking hilarious. Fucking typo, man. Grow up. Why does the key art look so badass? Because it's an epic world adventure. And like the final boss in it, it's just like a Final Fantasy monster. Like they have a villain, like the overarching antagonist is like a weird, like Sephiroth looking like demon. It's so weird. I don't understand it. It's kind of funny though. That game was like in something recently. Like there was some stupid indie project. Was it something? Was it like a dumb little Smash indie clone? You know, like, oh, indie games in Smash Bros. Which like now, even though there's only like 3 of those, I feel like that's such a like what's it called, tripe idea at this point. Just because all of the little indie like Smash like platform fighters that were made were kind of stupid. Or they weren't made. Like there was that one indie Rumble that got just canned because it was too ambitious, and you know, there's Framemakers, which has the worst fucking roster you've ever seen. Like they have fucking Octodad and Bit Trip Runner in there. Grow up. Every like little indie fighter game that has tried to be made either didn't happen or it's Framemakers, which is fucking lame. So like that idea feels like such tripe now, even though it's barely been done. Bean. Ow. Framemakers fucking little roster makes me pissed off, because like who gives a shit about a Smash clone in how it played? I've said this so many times. Who gives a fuck about the gameplay in Smash Bros? People just want to beat up like Sephiroth as Yoshi. Like the whole point of the whole point of Smash Bros and why people like it is because it's a stupid like super ultra slop crossover thing. It's the original slop crossover thing, you know, before like fucking Fortnite and stuff. Like people just want to see little characters they love beat each other up. Who gives a fuck? Like who cares what some sweaty nerd that likes Melee has to say about video games? People just want to play as like fun little characters. So like if your Smash clone is like sold on the basis of like, oh yeah, we have really good fucking platform fighter gameplay, nobody gives a shit. People just want to play as cool characters. And guess what Framemakers doesn't do? Let you play as cool indie characters. They have like some of the stupidest in there. Really dumb. Grow up. Framemakers is like a zillion years old. It's the original one, I'm pretty sure. The original indie Smash Bros game thing. I don't think there are like many more before it, and I don't think there'll be many more after it either. Just kind of I feel like it's just a nightmare. Like it's just doing Smash Bros, like Nintendo doing Smash Bros must be already be such a fucking legal like nightmare for like Sakurai and shit. Like, you know, making like getting the licenses for the things and making sure that everything is like legal. Must be even fucking worse if little indies, because like it's a bunch of just random fucking people. Like if you want Curdy and Quote from Cave Story in your game, you gotta go talk to Pixel, who I guess is actually pretty communicable. But like I don't know, if you wanted Madatsuki in your game, you would have to like get the stupid Hikikomori like creator of Yume Nikki. Like you would have to like get in contact with them. And again, they're a Hikikomori or whatever. I don't know what's the like actual word. Like they're not real. They're not like out there anywhere. You can't find them for shit. How are you gonna, you know, get permission from them to put their little blarbo in your game? Like you can't do that. But you know, to a sort of like larger scale, just thinking about like many other like indie developers, like it must be Like, it must be a legal nightmare to do that. And also, you know, presumably the Smash indie clone is gonna be an indie game itself, and indie games don't have the biggest budgets. So, like, you know, they're not gonna have the fucking budget to, like, pay to put Madotsuki in the game. Like, they're gonna run out. That's why Framemaker's little roster must suck dick. Because, like, they could only afford, like, a couple. And then, you know, a bunch of they have, like, I hate assist trophies in, like, Smash in general. Because it's like, wow, look at this character that is not in the game. But, like, even more of the, you know, indie Smash type. Because I actually care about indie games and not Nintendo properties. It's like, oh, here, look, here's fucking Headkid as an assist trophy. Here's Pepino as an assist trophy. It's like all excitement of, like, here's this character is ruined by they're a trophy, they're an assist trophy. Like, cool, they're not actually in the game. Really cool. Can you, like, go and actually put someone in the game? It's like the same as, like, wow, look, Rayman is in Smash Ultimate as a trophy. It's like, it's not really in the game. Like, it's worthless. It's less than worthless because it's being acknowledged, but it's not actually like a character. It's not anything of worth that anyone is actually gonna care about. Do you think people give a shit about assist trophies in Smash? No, they care about the little blarbles they get to play as, and they're like, oh, okay, this attack is like calling back to like the time that like Sonic stubbed his toe and like he fucking went Super Saiyan mode. Like, that's what people actually care about. Fucking grow up. Was that Act 1 of Metropolis? Yes, this level was fucking shit. I love it. Mad Rat's rewind can work because it records a timestamp every second instead of a bajillion megaseconds. True, I've really thought about that. That is how that game like must do it. It is a sort of rewind system. This is a nothing of observation. You're right. You're true. Okay. Also, look at the background. This is what I was talking about. How this area it looks like nothing. Like, if this area was like called Cyber City, I wouldn't even believe it, because like this is not a city. This is not a city. This is not a factory. This is nothing. This is just a machine land. Like, this is just a bunch of weird, like, I guess it's called a metropolis. It's supposed to be implying that it is a city, but like, look at the fucking back. What is that? There's just like some pistons, like a little like weird spinning like rail tube. What is that? It's just nothing. It's so funny. The backgrounds in this game are really abstract, and I like that. It's fun. You do not care about Framemaker's visual style. That too. Even when they do, you know, have a character in it, they look like shit. You know what it looks like? It looks like Super Smash. Actually, let me let's make an experiment. Oh god, I fucking hate that you time out in this game. Also, I'm pretty sure we don't have any more original zones to play in this game. Like, no more beta recreation zones in this game will appear. Like, they're all gonna be just vanilla from now on, which is kind of funny. Okay, look. Check this out. Fray Makers. Okay, let me get some actual. Can I get some sprites from the game? Like, actual this sprite work. Why is Headkid in the cover? Oh yeah, Headkid is an actual fighter in that, huh? That's the closest to like a character that I remotely care about in that game is Headkid. They have this stupid fucking lame Orca from what's it called? Fighting Beasts or whatever. I don't actually know the name. What is it called? Not Cassette Beasts. It's Rivals of Ether. Boring. Wait, what the fuck? Is this actual sprite work from the game? I don't think it is. Why? Okay, no, I found it. Wait, no, I didn't. What the fuck is this? Making Mario in Framemakers. That's not real. Anyway, just take the Octodad sprite. The Octodad sprite is a pretty fucking good point of comparison. Okay, got the Octodad. Looks fucking awful. Already not a great character design to begin with, but alright, now this is gonna blow your mind. I wouldn't even be impressed. I wouldn't be shocked if these were the same people doing it. Wow, why is this so okay, now I found it. It's good. Jesus, I forget it's this bad. Holy fuck. This is gonna be worth it. This is gonna like Okay, there's Octodad. Looks like absolute dog shit. Too much like weird pillow shading and just looks wrong. It's well animated and everything, but just looks so fucking bad. And here's this. Just bit of that. Got that. He fits fucking right in! Look, he's right there! Okay, actually, Smash Flash is like 2% worse than that Octodad sprite, but like, it's still pretty fucking bad, man. Like, it's so nasty looking. I never liked it. Never liked it. That other little indie rumble or whatever had like a slightly like neater art style. It just kind of looked like Rivals of Aether, but I'll take that over Framemakers any day. Pretty bad, pretty nasty. Again, I would have been impressed if the people that made Smash Flash 2 had... if you told me, oh yeah, the people that made Smash Flash 2, they made Framemakers, I would be like, oh, it makes so much sense. Darkly animation, darkly. Really nasty. So much effort put into the sprite work, but it looks nasty. Yeah, exactly. Again, it's really mean, but like I can't lie, it just doesn't look good. Looks shit. Ow, 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 ow. Also, I guess why I mean like cool, like you know, the hot takes about smashy things mode. Rivals of Aether also is a really boring idea to me as well, because you know, I don't really care about Smash Bros to begin with, but that game is literally like, what if Smash Bros just was a bunch of furries and it controlled like really cool? I didn't say like Melee. I never played, or I played like 2 seconds of Melee and didn't like it. I never played Rivals of Aether. I think people compare it to like Melee and shit. They're like, oh, it's so meta. Like the meta is like crazy. The tech is crazy. That game is what I said. It's advertising itself as not a Smash Bros game that has iconic characters in it. It's a Smash game that is supposed to be like, oh, it controls really cool. The fighting is really deep. Nobody gives a shit. Who cares? Like, it doesn't have Mario in it. Again, like, people like it, and also I feel like people mostly just care about Rivals of Aether for the modding, which that I can understand, because like it's kind of, you know, like ultimate, like put any Blarble into your Smash game that you want. Like, oh, here, I'll put fucking Scooby-Doo fighting against like Undertale, and it's like, you know, that's what people like about it. But people actually like that is the part that baffles. The part that baffles me is that people actually care about the base thing of Rivals of Aether. Like that is actually insane to me. I don't get that. Those characters are so fucking boring. I already don't really like the little sprite work, the little dinky like sprites, you know, like the way that Shovel Knight looks in that game is a bit like, you know, gross. But like they're just, here is Fire Lion, here is Water Orca, here is Wind Monkey, here is fucking Platypus. I don't know, it's so like just stupid. What's the point? Ow. But I guess there really is a demand for just a Smash game, like in gameplay, not in being like a cool crossover. So fucking bizarre. And also, you know, it's not lost on me how funny it is that Shovel Knight is in the game that, you know, every other character, even the other stupid crossover character they have, which is that stupid little Stitch from Ori and the Will of the Wisps or whatever, the stupid fucking, literally Hollow Knight ripoff, and then the creator was like, oh, Hollow Knight ripped us off actually, and it's like some pretentious prick, fucking cunt, dickhead, Philfish-esque figure. I know very little about that person, and I already really hate them. But like, you know, the other crossover character they have is the little Ori from that game, and you know, it's still like a little animal. Like, you know, all of the other Rivals characters is like, oh, Lion, Orca, Wolf. You know, Ori is like, oh, little Stitch thing, little weird monkey, and then Shovel Knight. Like, what the fuck you mean Shovel Knight? That's not an animal. It's you know, it's out of the theme. I guess their sort of excuse was that Shovel Knight is sometimes the... That's not in the vanilla game, that's fake. Maybe it is, I don't know. Vanilla. Shovel Knight is occasionally depicted as like having a fish head in the games. It's like a cheat code. So like there is, you know, plausible deniability that Shovel Knight is an animal man. But usually, you know, he's not though. Like he's with the way that, you know, Shovel Knight characters are their armor. Shovel Knight is just a knight. Like his species, by all accounts, is knight. You are never going to see Shovel Knight without his helmet on officially, which means that as long as we don't see it, we don't know what he really is. Like in the world of Shovel Knight, you know, there's like talking horses and fish and shit. So like he could be just any species, but we're never gonna know because Shovel Knight characters are their armor. Like fucking King Knight could be a rat. Ever thought about that? Like King Knight could be not human, and he could be just like adopted from like the stupid little mom that he has. But we'll never know because King Knight is his armor. I guess that's the sort of leeway that they like were thinking of when putting Shovel Knight into Rivals of Aether, or they didn't give a fuck, you know, that he's not an animal. That is the more likely question, or the more likely answer to the question even. Just programmed first and then said programmers came up with the theming. Yeah, it feels like, yeah, it feels like a technical game first, like a game that first had the sort of, you know, mechanical part figured out before they ever thought about the like setting and the theme or, you know, like characters of it. It comes off that way, which I guess as a creative I'm just very, very harsh of things like that, of, you know, a thing that like is mechanically cool but it has no personality of its own. That's why, you know, as much as the Sonic series is caca, I like these games a lot more than the Mario games, because the Mario games weren't really trying ever. Like, it's not like Mario was ever trying to be weird. Sonic was trying to be weird at many points. At many points of, you know, like Adventure 2, even shit like 06 was weirdly borderline experimental for its time. I appreciate that it's weird and that, you know, it has sort of like an oddness, an attempt at like oddness and different stuff about it. While Mario was never trying to be anything more than plumber jumps around turtles and fun. It's all that it is. I like things that are trying to be more than they actually are. And Rivals of Aether is just trying to be Smash Bros, but without Mario in it. And again, I say I went on this tirade. I do not like Smash Bros, and I do not care about the, like, I don't care myself about the characters that are in Smash Bros. Like, barely, like, if they had Rayman in one of those games, I would be kind of like, eh, that's neat. But there is no character in any Smash game that I'm like, wow, that really represents the little series that I like. Because I'm not really, like, that crazy into, like, big Nintendo franchises or, like, big AAA franchises that are present in Smash. Even with that, I can recognize that the whole fucking point of Smash's existence is to be, like, a cool, like, crossover, like, jerk-off sesh. Like, it's not about the gameplay. It's never ever been. People are crazy at this point. Like, competitive Smash has, like, rotted people's brains with, like, yeah, these games gotta be, like, there's gotta be wave dashing, and it's gotta be, like shield blocks and, like, grabbing, and it's gotta be crazy. It's gotta be, like, mechanically deep. And it's like, no, this is made for fetoids to, like, laugh at the funny Mario on the screen and, like, smile and stuff. It's not really about the gameplay, really. It was about the gameplay at the start. Well, yeah, when it was fucking 3Ds fighting virtual balls or whatever. Like, when it was, what was it called? King of Fight? when Smash 64 was just a shitty fucking fighting game with dumb polygonal characters in it, and it was, you know, just like, I don't know, some random, like, fighting game project. Was Sakurai even involved with that? Like, back when it was, like, 3D fighting polygons, yes, it was, like, about, like, the gameplay. The second that they put Mario, Yoshi, Ness, King Knight, the moment they put, like, fucking Captain Falcon and Ganon in the game, it was no longer about the gameplay. It was about, like, how many popular characters can you put into the little game before, like, people shit their pants too much. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But you know what I mean. Also, don't listen to Poku. Don't leave. That's an order, actually. Hello, Poku, what's up? King Knight, yeah, iconic Nintendo character. Ew, fat little thing. What is this? What is this little enemy? Like, I never really understood what I was looking at. Is that a turtle, actually? I'm, like, looking at this sprite from a new perspective for the first time ever. The other enemies in this level are, you know, turtles, which, you know, it's pretty funny. Like, what the fuck? Why the fuck is the sky level enemy a turtle? You know, it's kind of funny. It's like a little flying, like, turtle rocket. The other enemies are birds. That makes more sense. But, like, those weird little fat, like, balloon boy looking enemies, like, I'd never really stopped to think about what they are supposed to be. This looks like a little boy, but is it supposed to be like a little turtle with like a shell and sort of like sitting on a little, like, it's like sitting on a little cannon? I don't know what the fuck that is. Maybe like in this fucking Sonic wiki, those have a name and it like elucidates, and it like elucidates on what they actually are. But I haven't thought about that until this very moment, playing this game right now. Pretty nasally. What? Pretty crazy. That's another thing that I wanted to say. Another thing that I hate that I wanted to like rant about. Now, what was it? Let me look through this. Can't remember. Fuck. Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Sonic. Ori and the Spirits of the Forest or whatever, that really upsets me. That's the kind of shit that like gets praised to like no fucking end. That like doesn't deserve it. Like it's like it's got the fucking, it's the exact equivalent of like Oscar bait like movies, like just a movie about like, I don't know, a girl who like has cancer and she's dying and it's really like emotional. It like tugs at your heartstrings. Ori is the like the perfect fucking combination of like, wow, it's like whimsical forest critters and like weird sort of like fairy tale setting, and it's so introspective, and like and also like the aesthetic of it, just the art style of it makes me fucking vomit. I said that on rhythm. Like the ultra like light bloom and little like silly like whimsical forest critters, and everything is like purple, and you know, everything is like purple and like weird, like Tim Burton-y looking, so that like stupid fucking brain dead normies can go like, wow, this is so like imaginative and like different and like whimsical. Like whimsical, it's like, oh my god, it's like the word whimsical if it was like, I don't know, it's like appropriating the word whimsical in a really, really like performative way. It's like, it's whimsical blackface. It's crazy. You can quote me on that. You can quote me on that. It's like trying so fucking hard to be like, oh, it's like fairy tales, like the little thing, like finding out, like learning the secrets of the spirits of the forest, and you gotta go into this like deep adventure to like save your little family of stupid little monkey things. And it's like, fucking grow up. It's not anything. It's nothing. I haven't even seen it like get praised that much, but I just know that it gets praised from like, gets praised by people that have absolutely no imagination whatsoever. And like, say like, wow, this is the most introspective, like crazy, like imaginative game I've ever played. Like this game really like really changed my perspective on fucking grow up. This is how you feel about Hollow Knight. See, now that is a tricky case, cause like Hollow Knight has the exact same flavor of like, it's sort of like epic and like, oh my god, the little cat is meowing. It's just sort of like epic and like, you know, sort of like whimsical. It's like a different kind of like whimsical. It's not really like fairy tale. Hollow Knight is just like Dark Soulsy enough that like the brain dead normie gamer can go like, wow, this is like a what's it called? What do they call it? It's like an uncompromising, like brutal, like it's like, wow, the game is it's about like overcoming like the difficulties of the little world, which is why it's like so like difficult and stuff. Like Hollow Knight it's sort of the opposite way around actually, because it's an actually interesting game disguising itself as an uninteresting game, instead of Ori like pretending to be interesting to an audience that, you know, has no imagination while being really uninteresting. Wow. That's never really, you know what? I'm not even like angry at you, like, you know, talking shit on Hollow Knight. I mean, I wouldn't be angry regardless. I don't care. But that is just now kind of making me realize that they're the opposites of each other. Like, Ori and Hollow Knight are completely opposite, like, to each other. That's nutty. Fuck off. Calm down your pussy. No. Hey, I thought that was a grabby thing? I guess I'm thinking of Sonic 3. Yeah, I am. Wow. That's a classic fucking Sonic moment. It's like that little thin bar there. Looks like you would be able to grab it, wouldn't you? Yeah, you've seen the mechanic in other Sonic games. Maybe you can do that. Nah, you can't. You can't do that. Whenever you go on these rants, I get the feeling you want to play them. You want to play them to see how wrong or right I am. What, play Ori and shit? I think like the first, I think the first Ori game is like all across the board considered really boring and shit. But the second Ori game, Wolves of the Forest or whatever, the first one is like the silly tree or whatever. The first one people consider clunky and dumb and slow, but people actually like the second one. And I like neither because the creator is a cunt who was like, Hollow Knight ripped us off when it was... just literally by the fact that Ori came out after Hollow Knight, they're the ones ripping off Hollow Knight, if anything. And even then, it's if they didn't like even draw the comparison to Hollow Knight, there would be not like that much of a reason to really compare them. Because the only similarities are that they both have Light Bloom and both are Metroidvanias. If the creator hadn't been like, Hollow Knight, if they hadn't done that first, there wouldn't be any reason to like do it in the first place. Like, I guess maybe people on the internet were already doing it and they felt like the need to sort of like stroke their own cock about it. Like, nah, they ripped us off. We're doing it first. Like, there's no reason to do that. There's no reason. And I love pointless bickering. It's a bad boss. No, not very good. Not great. Ori and the Will of the Wisp was in development for 100 years. Yeah, it's actually like, it's period accurate for it. It's like back before the Earth had, yeah, it's like back before like there were humans. The Earth was just like little critters and shit, like little, like lizards and like monkeys and stuff. Pretty crazy that they like could do that 100 years ago. Also pretty crazy that 100 years ago there are no humans and only little rats and stuff. That is crazy. They don't teach you about that in school. Have you noticed this? Wow. I always hated this boss. Fun. How the fuck did I do this on like... Oh yeah, on Sonic 2 Absolute. I had the fucking Insta Shield because it's like a better version of the fucking game. Like on Sonic 2 Absolute, you can turn on the Insta Shield, and that makes like the game like 30% better because you can like actually hurt like bosses like this. If Ori didn't look like a living wad of cum, they would have gotten that comparison. Wad of cum. Ugh. Oh, I'm suffering. I'm suffering. You're annoying, I noticed. People watch this? Grow up. What was I gonna say? Disparaging some more, like, you know, indie developers. No, I don't think it was about that. Oh yeah, it was about how the fucking internet went out yesterday. The internet provider, like, even like my aunt that like lives somewhat like far away from us, like was without internet. Like our whole little internet provider, the brand, like their server stopped working entirely. It was weird, and I was sad because Wyatt was playing Banjo-Kazooie, and I like 1 hour into the stream, my internet went out and I couldn't watch the rest of it. I was crying. And I like messaged Buku to like complain about him. Quite literally, I messaged him just saying like, grrr, like literally just in text form. I was groaning to him because I know that's really annoying. Pretty cool. There's a recom of Banjo-Kazooie now. Is this? Oh wow. Yeah, I think Death Egg was also Wait, no, Death Egg wasn't a fucking unused area in this game, was it? That's odd, but we do get to hear the song more, which I'm glad for that. I like the song. This is just chemical. That's just chemical. It's just chemical plant. It's chemical plant. It's chemical plant. Why is it chemical plant? That's not death. That's just chemical plant. Okay. Let's play chemical plant again. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there's a recomp of Banjo-Kazooie out that for the first time ever you can actually play Banjo-Kazooie with whoa! Oh, I never heard this song like. Well, of course I heard it in full before, but I didn't remember it having that little bit on it. That was really fun. For the first time ever, you can actually play Banjo-Kazooie at 60 FPS. Like, even I didn't know the Xbox like Rare Replay version of that game, or I don't know, just the Xenia, the Xbox 360, and therefore also I guess the Rare Replay version of that game was not 60 frames. But now with this recomp it is, and you can also turn on the thing where it's like the notes aren't a stupid shitty high score system. So like that is essentially like now the best way to play the game, because the Xbox 360 version, it removes this high score system. It makes the game actually playable, but it looks ugly. Like the way they remastered the game, it looks fucking disgusting. Like they ruined the HUD elements, like making them like weirdly like, I don't know, I think they had to like remake the little HUD elements because they were too compressed in the N64. But the way they 3D modeled them looks fucking abysmal. Go look at footage of Banjo-Kazooie on 360 and look at the like health icon for Banjo and Kazooie. They look wall-eyed and fucking nasty. It's awful. And I always hated that. Well, ever since I've learned of that like remaster, I've hated it because it like ruins like visual things like in subtle ways, and also like ruins the credits of the game. And I don't know, that just really annoys me for some reason. But now you can play it recomp. It's called, I don't know, Google Banjo-Kazooie recomp, probably will find it. Unfortunately, it doesn't work on my computer, because this is the same person that made the Majora's Mask recomp that doesn't work on my computer. Like, it literally won't open because of my GPU. Thankfully, no Ship of Arcanium works on my computer, but there is no Ship of Arcanium version of Banjo-Kazooie recomp, so I just don't get to play it. Which honestly, it's fine. I was like upset for a second, but I was like, wait a second. I don't like Banjo-Kazooie. Like, it's like the fucking Mr. Krabs. Like, I hate golfing. Like, I hate Banjo-Kazooie. That game's fucking boring. Like, I played it on stream recently, like, trying to enjoy it again. And I can't. That game isn't enjoyable to me. It's fucking stupid. Like, again, it's very, like, creative and, like, cute and fun. But, like, when you actually, like, get to playing it, it's, like, the further in you go, the more annoying it is. You know, it's kind of like Mario 64 in a way. Oh, it's gonna do it. I really like that. I never get to hear that little riff. I really like that part of the song a lot. It's pretty good. You know, you would only hear this fucking song if you, like, stood around in the first area of the Death Egg robot fight. And, you wouldn't do that ever, so you don't get to watch that. Ow. It's funny, I never really like seen what the like general public, like current public opinion of Banjo-Kazooie is. Like, yeah, I know that, you know, back then it was seen as like one of the rockiest games, because, you know, it was like in the same way that, you know, Ocarina of Time was like seen as the best game ever, and now it's like the worst game ever. You know, people just kind of keep cycling through the way that they like see games. Did they remove that? What the fuck? I don't know. Like, I don't know if like Banjo-Kazooie was ever like the best game ever and now it's the worst game ever, or like anything like that. I haven't like seen much of the like public opinion. The most like opinions I've heard on like Banjo-Kazooie is when I watch Jabroni Mike play it, which is a hilarious playthrough because he hated it, because he like just like, one, he didn't know how to play it, two, he was playing Banjo-Kazooie, but also like Grapefruit said one of the truest things ever, as he sometimes does. He said like, oh yeah, Banjo-Kazooie, you know, he said the same thing as like Majora's Mask. It's like, oh yeah, Banjo-Kazooie, like when you're thinking in your head, it's like fucking awesome, and then you actually play it because, you know, when you're actually playing Banjo-Kazooie, it's fucking annoying. That was a true moment for him, and like, I don't know, is that how people like see Banjo-Kazooie nowadays, or is it a case where people are just like, oh yeah, no, this is the best game ever made? Like, do people switch up on it? The switch up is crazy? Wow, this is such a shitty fucking boss. Oh, yeah. Oh. Uh-huh. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen anyone, like, talk about Banjo-Kazooie recently. Besides, I guess, you know, the usual, like, boomers who just like the game, you know? Like, that's biased. I'm not gonna take the word from that. Like, I know that, like, the way that Grapefruit played it is from, like, not playing it as a child, but, like, playing it as, like, probably, like, a, like, older teenager, because he, like, didn't have video games as a kid or whatever. So, like, he actually judged the game, not as a child with infinite time. So, like, his assessment of it being annoying, I know that that's real. Like, I know that that's genuine. Banjo-Kazooie is, like, in a way, like, I guess, like, Banjo-Kazooie is one of those games that are, like, if you know how to play it, you like it. I would compare it to, like, the way that I really like playing Jet Set Radio Future, even though that game is, like, misery at many points. I don't know if, like, I can't really, like... Oh? The fuck? Oh, yeah. I can't really judge how miserable Banjo-Kazooie is, like, you know, opposed to, like, Jet Set Radio, because I'm good at one and not good at the other. But, I feel like the enjoyment of that game solely comes from, like, knowing where everything already is and, like, having already played it a trillion times. You see? Wow, this is really... Again, this is the one hitch, or, you know, there are many hitches in Sonic 2, but this is the one big thing in this game that is, like, actually really bad. Like, the rest of the bad levels in this game are, like, doable. It's okay. Well, these fucking tile sets are just Chemical Plant. Never thought about that. You know, it's a bit... Is this gonna be small? It is small. That's so funny still. Why'd they do it like that? They couldn't fit the fucking pixel art, so they just made it, like, yeah, tiny. It's like they didn't have more space in the cartridge. How do we fix this? Just make it a little image. Like, this game, you know, it's like, it's doable in the annoying moments, and it doesn't have as many annoying moments as, like, Sonic 3. Like, it's a very short, like, cool little experience. Except for the final boss, which is the worst thing put on Earth, because you have no rings, and also the hitboxes on it don't work. It's just annoying and shit, and it just sucks ass. But there you go, I beat it. I beat Sonic 2 again. I got to listen to the music and complain about some things to boot. Isn't that, like, the most that you could possibly want in life? Yeah, that was Sonic 2 long version. I'm not gonna lie, for, like, even though I was playing the fucking Death Egg Chemical Plant there, I forgot that this was even, like, at various points, I forgot it was even the beta levels, like, ROM hack. Because when you're actually playing the hack levels, like, they stick out like a sore thumb because they're awful, but, like, when you go back to the regular games, it's just like, oh, alright, I'm playing Sonic 2 again. It's like, oh yeah, I'm back to the game, I'm back to the regular game. Like, it feels kind of, like, sudden. I guess, you know, the way you're supposed to play this is, like, you do the level select cheat, and you just play the original levels, but I don't remember the level select cheat, so I just played the whole game anyway. And again, this was just, it really was just an excuse to play Shinobu. It was really just an excuse to play Sonic 2. And I got to do it, so, you know, I'm happy. I kind of wish those levels were better, you know. Yuji Naka? You too? Kind of wish, you know, those beta recreation levels were a little better, but, you know, it's a ROM hack. What can you expect? It was made for free, made by, like, a 16-year-old probably, and, you know, it's cute. It's cute playing a bit of Wood Zone, playing a bit of... What's it fucking called? Desert Mirage Sonic. Mirage, not Mirage Saloon Cock. No. What is it called? It's like Desert Dazzle, right? Sonic 2 Desert Zone. Desert Zone. It's called Desert Zone. Oh, how fucking creative. Really? Is it not called Desert Dazzle or some shit? I could swear. No, yeah. Wait. The 2011 version of Sonic the Hedgehog CD was planned to feature a new round. Fucking round. Desert Dazzle with a similar look to the infamous Desert Zone mock-up. Oh! Desert Dazzle was just Christian Whitehead's little OC level of like, oh, let's make a desert level like the Sonic 2 one in our cool Sonic CD remaster. Which that sounds really weird. What the fuck kind of remaster? What the fuck kind of remaster adds new levels to the game? Are you stupid? It's really funny to me that in Sonic CD the zones are called rounds. Zones are the levels that make up numerous games of Sonic the Hedgehog. Where's the CD ones? What? Huh? What? The earliest example of a departure from the laterally mentioned original name pattern is Sonic CD, which instead uses the term rounds to refer to the overarching levels. Though unlike the Center Zone terminology, that is not appended to the level's name on screen. Huh. Sonic CD, huh? Confusingly, CD uses the word zone to describe what other games call acts. Oh, I never noticed that. Ugh, that's disgusting. Sonic CD is like truly the little like fucking gay emo? The little gay emo kid of the Sonic, like, of the classic Sonic games. Like, it's so fucking like trying to be different and like quirky that it calls acts zones and calls zones rounds. That is deeply fucking stupid. Like, it's trying to be like the little fucking alternative kid with like all the little quirks and silly bullshit. It's like, oh yeah, it's like you got 3 acts again. It's got like, it's called rounds and it's called zones. Grow up. Anyway, that was it. That was Sonic 2 Long Edition. Didn't piss me off that much, really. You know. This is probably what gay people love. Why gay people love it so much? Yeah, probably. Anyway, that was this ROM hack. At some point, when I'm less, when I want to hurt myself, I'll play Sonic Before the Sequel again, and also on the same stream, I guess, after the sequel. But for now, this is it. This is the stream. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Thanks for shutting up. Goodbye.